going on was basically his fight with Devin Haney, and you know, even amongst herself about some footage that media she starts, doing what she does, start talking a whole bunch of stuff. Rolly Ramiro's ass, and, typical could make a video showing the footage of her getting stretched, with a check, with a damage control. Carissa Shields just became very everything about gender and all this kind of stuff. Talking about she's our men, then you know, talking about she want to fight Keith Thurman in particular, flush with no hair. She's gonna be hurt very badly, and I know that a lot of these dudes are ignoring her because they know, in actual reality, pretty much all of these dudes, and I said this before, the most mediocre boxer that's the same size can beat Keith Thurman and Rolly, and she can't beat Jake Paul. If Jake Paul hits Carissa Shields one time, he's gonna stretch her. He's gonna knock out her teeth, and she might suffer permanent damage. And the same thing with Keith Thurman. How you gonna try to fight, but you keep saying you gonna outbox him? Well, eventually, you know, it's just wrecking it. And of course, you got to do. Oh, whoever put up that footage, I've already seen in anybody, and everything. When your life is in danger, you should not see color. You shouldn't see gender. You should just see somebody trying to take your life, and you need to do whatever it takes to protect. And for the most part, most of the footage, the thing was, she was accusing this dude of having loaded gloves against her, or you know, he just a dude, and he naturally when they ask her what she think of the situation about saying like that. And I'm gonna say this to Carissa Shields, and I'm gonna make this very like you did in New York. I don't care, but damn if you ever do an interview with me, fuck an interview with you, and that's just real talk. And to all you captains out there, put your cape up. Because Carissa did not want to be saved, so she on her own. She always trying to bring that male energy, get laid because it's going to be bad for her. You don't see a foot. She's just delusional. Cancel me, you can cancel me. That's just real talk. But I'm not saying what people want me to say in regards to this. I'm not gonna approach this with caution and be delicate attitude that she doesn't have. It doesn't exist in her. So sometimes it make me wonder if something else going on with Carissa Shields, but I'll leave that alone because that ain't my place. That's on her. I wish her the best. But as far as this continuing to call out and get mad and saying she'll go one punch, and you're going to be in deep trouble. Why don't you just accept it? Why don't you work on becoming one of the greatest female boxers of all time? That's why they have it category. That's why they have it as a category. Categorically. See, that's a new word. I made that up. That's why they have that. Female, male. Okay? You need to understand that. You can box for a woman. Once again, you only have 2 knockouts. So how the hell you think you gonna be able to do anything with Keith Thurman? You're not gonna be able to hurt Keith. You're not gonna be able to hurt Rolly. Fight between a man and a female because they know what will happen. They're not gonna let you fight Rolly. None of the all of that. At the end of the day, fine. In all likelihood, they're told not to go full thrust. You sure you want them to go full thrust? Because it might end very bad for you, Carissa. And I don't want to see nothing happen to you because I have a lot of respect for you. But the funny thing is, honestly, Carissa Shields, playing this, when it comes to certain things, oh, it isn't about race, but she's the same one saying that people was racist towards her. This is the same one that insinuated that, this is the same one that insinuated that Steve Kim was racist and was asking everybody to back her up. Well, she made it, and that's unfortunate because I'm not a big fan of Marco's fight, dude. Blocked. Easy peasy. What's going on, dude? What's going on? Shout out to guys, Scotty BBC. Subscribe to the channel, please. Had a good weekend covering this fight. So, But yeah, but Clarissa Shields, man, I just didn't have enough for her. Some of them like me, some of them don't. And that's just the honest to God truth. But I'm not finna sit up here and play these damn games with Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields gonna fuck around and she gonna get hurt. But I think keep accidentally call it Pete with a man, call it put on her ass. The dude hit her with she continues to run her mouth. Try to emasculate us, try to bitch us up, C5 us. Try to emasculate us, try to bitch us up, C5 us. They only do that to black men, and they always try to come up with these shaming. Y'all lost y'all right to this always funded by women in our community. But this is Chris Shields. Somebody to her. And now all of a sudden she didn't became a feminist. Don't even fucking watch boxing. Name one boxer that fought the arena with 17, 8 there with the guys or their Johns or whoever, whoever they are. Some of them do actually like boxing. Whoever they are, some of them do actually like boxing. But I can tell you now, it's highly unlikely in the boxing or any type of sport, WNBA, and that's a female basketball league. WNBA, and that's a female basketball league. That's why I don't understand when these women be talking about, oh, we should get paid just as much as the man. For what? For what? Are you saying? Basically, Clarissa Shields, women always talking this stuff. Like I said, Clarissa Shields is just unbearable to listen to talk all the time. She's just unbearable to hear her talk sometimes because she always got to turn everything into a woman this and woman that. Just talk about boxing sometimes. At the end of the day, you keep taking shots at men, but then you in a male-dominated sport. What you should be doing is trying to encourage and say you want to do for men for women's boxing. You want to turn it into like a multi-million-dollar landscape. You want to do for female boxing what Michael Jordan did for the NBA, where he turned the NBA to a multi-million-dollar entity into a billion-dollar entity. Now it's a multi-billion-dollar entity. And that's what Clarissa Shields should be doing instead of always sitting up here talking about she want to fight the dude. She can beat this dude. No, she can't. And I'm just going to say, I'm not being correct. And like I said, if somebody sends this Clarissa Shields and she say, oh, I won't ever do an interview with Tam Bid, I don't need an interview with you. I don't give a fuck if you never do an interview with me. I'll be fine. I will live. I will make it. It's irritating to hear you talk like that. You're alienating your biggest supporters, which is men, primarily black men. And see, here's the thing. I don't have to play these political games. And I'm not going to play these political games. Because at the end of the day, if the truth, I said before, you sitting lashing out at everybody because of a video, but you always talking this junk, calling men out and all this kind of stuff. Like I said before, to where you think you can have something like a Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor landmark fight, where you make like X amount of money, like listen, buy it because everybody knows what's going to happen to you. If you fight an actual boxer and it's sanctioned, no holds bar, full thrust, you're going to get knocked out in one round. You're going to last one full 3-minute round. You're going to have possibly, you could leave that ring when you come. This is why a lot of these dudes, but it's an old saying, you keep knocking at the devil's door, then eventually he going to answer. You keep going in that bed when you disturb their sleep. So just get what you asking for. He was talking that stuff about she could beat Floyd. Floyd would have beat the brakes off of Ronda Rousey's ass. Ronda Rousey couldn't even beat. I mean, for real, she couldn't even beat two female MMA fighters. She got knocked out by two female MMA fighters. So what the fuck she thinks she could do with Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather beat the brakes off of Ronda Rousey. And the same thing happened to Clarissa Shields. Once again, she only got two knockouts. Two knockouts. Female black. So she's sitting up here lying to herself, lying to the public. She can't do shit with Rolly, and she need to stop fronting. She can't do a damn thing with Rolly. She can't do nothing with Jake Paul. She can't do nothing with Keith Thurman. All three of those dudes, if they fought her in no hold bar and they was told to go full thrust, they would knock Clarissa Shields out. And at the end of the day, it's cool. You have your lane. Worry about being a legend in women's boxing, but ain't nobody buying it. She thinks she can do what Conor McGregor did. Ain't nobody gonna buy it. Ain't nobody gonna believe her because the statistics are there. The statistics are there. The history is there. In all likelihood, she's gonna fail, and she's gonna fail miserably. But I guess she need to hear this. She can't be no former champion. She can't be Inu would knock her into the shadow realm. She can't do nothing with Arthur Beterbiev. She can't do nothing with Teofimo Lopez. She can't do nothing with no current champion. If she fights them and they're allowed to go full, she's gonna get hurt. And if she fights somebody that's in her own weight class, I think she campaigns at middleweight. Let her fight. I'll just put her in there with a run of the mill middleweight. She's gonna get hurt, and gonna get hurt bad. And I don't even want to see that happen to her because at the end of the day, she still is a black woman. But at the end of the day, she's irritating. She's annoying. So you get on socially told you, hey, just everybody get dropped, and you talked about you will pull up on Rolly and do what? And that's another thing I want to say to all you damn media people. You really don't. You don't know where we come from. You don't know our history. Keep thinking that you just gonna run up on one of us and think you just gonna put your hands on one of us. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just saying. And you in one of them open public states and he deletes your ass, you deserve it. Or if he take you to court and he sue you for everything you owned, or if you deserve it. But that would be typical. Most fighters now, y'all will rather fight with the media than get in the ring and fight. I mean, just stop like talking this stuff to the public and put, try to set up some kind of super fight with her to where she lead with a massive payday where they may pay somebody. I don't know who they were, or they may, excuse me, I shouldn't say stuff like that, or they may find her a weakling to beat up on this against, a upper tier boxer. And then when the bell rings, you just see her get hit with the sonic boom, and next thing you know, she's stretched out. Like I said, and her eyes rolling in the back of her head. Hopefully, she don't. And I'm not saying I hope this happened to Clarissa, so don't put words in my mouth. But I'm just telling Clarissa Shields the truth. Don't lash out at me because somebody telling you. I'm just telling you the truth. You have no chance versus Keith Thurman in the Ains. No chance versus Jake Paul and some of the other dudes you've been calling out. And fight. You have no chance. You will get seriously hurt. I don't want to see that happen to you. But I'm just keeping it real. That's what I'm saying. Well, nobody is saying that you got to fight a female. What I'm saying is, in all likelihood, it's gonna end very bad for her. Nah, it's just the area that I'm in, because when I'm in other places, it's just the area I'm in. I live by a whole bunch of trees and in a hill, but it's not stop the broadcast. But what I'm saying is, Carissa Shields is gonna get the thing is you're not getting nothing out of fighting. So he may get away. It's a black fighter. He gonna be shamed. They be like, "Oh, I can't believe he did that. He hurt Carissa Shield." And like I said, maybe these should just ignore her, let her just keep talking. But eventually, she gonna piss the wrong dude off, and they gonna take her up on her offer. I don't feel sorry for Carissa Shields. I don't feel sorry for her one bit because she needs to stop talking like that. Nobody wants to hear her constantly talking about she want to fight men. Okay, if you feel like you reached your you feel like you reached your stature, you feel or boxing Dan, okay, do something else. Go do movies. Go do TV. But stop thinking that you can finesse your way into a Conor McGregor or Ryan Garcia like payday trying to fight a man. Because this actually has already happened before. And I heard the woman got knocked into the middle of next week. And like I see Carissa Shields get hurt. That's the last thing I want to see. But at the end of the day, she needs to just stop talking like that. It get nerve wracking. She's going the wrong way about trying to get attention and bring notoriety to her. At the end of the day, if you want to talk to people, make yourself available. Stop playing the battle of the sexes because, like I said, this is a battle that is not, in all likelihood, going to turn out well for her. See, I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all a bunch of, oh, Carissa Shields got a chance. No, she don't. No, she don't. See her, in which I said that the most mediocre boxer could hurt her. And you saw that. But then people, that's a female. You can't have it both ways. And when you get treated like a man, then you want to holler about what you didn't. You cannot do that. It's just wrong. So there you have it. I got to get to bed, you guys. So y'all have a good night. We'll pick up later on. I may come back. Blueface. Basically, Krishan Rock or whatever. I don't know what the hell her name is. Krishan, whatever. Maybe. Anyway, I'll be back in a few, possibly. If not, I'll talk.